So being sent out by the Holy Spirit, they went down to Seleucia, and from there sailed to Cyprus. Now your translation may read, they went to Seleucia, but the original Greek says they descended to Seleucia. They went down to it. The original Greek says that, so you say, okay, well, but what does that mean? Well, here's the thing. I mean, the thing is that whenever, here's the beginning of the first world mission, and notice what it's saying. It's saying they went down. There's something about ministry and going down. In order to minister in some way, you got to go down. How did Messiah minister? All ministry is based on Messiah coming down here. Could minister. How did he minister on earth? He came down. If he didn't descend, there's no ministry. And the reason he descended was so he could minister to us. Moses went up the mountain. He went up to receive from God, but in order to minister, he had to go down the mountain. The disciples were commanded to go out from Jerusalem to the world. Well, you who've been to Jerusalem, where's Jerusalem? It's on the mountains. So in order to go out, you got to go down. So the Great Commission, he's telling them to go out, but he's also telling them to go down. What does that mean? All ministry in some way is going down, because see, first you got to receive from God from above. And then you got to give it to what is below. You receive from heaven, you give to earth. Many people in ministry become proud. Many people, but the ministry is linked to being humble. It's not about being lifted up. God may lift you up, but it's about giving yourself to those who need. Giving yourself. You need to be on the mountaintop. You need to be in God's presence. You need to have spending time in His presence so you can be receiving from God. But you also have to be going down from the mountaintop to give to those who need what you received on the top. The ministry is waiting on the bottom of the mountain, in the camp, in the world, in the marketplace. If you're spreading the gospel, you are ministering to the world that is down, that is not on the top. They need the gospel. That's why they're down there. But you're on the top. You got to go down to them. If you're ministering to those who need God's love, you're receiving it on the mountain, but you're bringing it down to where the people are low. Those who need who aren't saved. That's where it is. So the mountaintop is where God ministers to you. But the bottom is where you minister to the world. You need both. You need both. At the end of every tour from Israel, or every pilgrimage, I always share, because the pilgrimage is mountaintop experiences. But I said at the end, okay, and we're in Jerusalem because that's the mountain. So, but now you got to take it home, and you got to take it down, and you got to take it starting with your own life. You got to take the things of God and apply them to your own life. That's the first bottom of the mountain. You got God's love. You're here. When you're here, this is kind of a mountaintop because you're receiving from the Lord. But you can't just receive from the Lord. You got to take it down. And no matter where you're going down. You got to take it first to your daily life. Apply it to those areas that are down, those areas that are not yet touched by God. That's it. And then minister to those around you. First it's there, then it's those around you. You can't minister to them if you're not being ministered to yourself. You need to always have both. Whatever you receive from God, bring it home, bring it down. Go to the lost, go to the unsaved, go to the unspiritual, go to those who don't have, go to the unlovely, the unloving. Go take the joy that you have and convert it into ministry to those who need joy. Take the love you get from God, convert it into ministry to those who need love. Bring it down.